Hey, friends! The never-ending gift that is the 1980s. This time, we're looking at a movie very loosely based on real events. We're talking about Krush Groove from 1985. Now, this was supposed to be the true story of Def Jam Records, but the creative team opted to tell a dramatic story instead. Our story goes like this. Our hero works for Krush Groove Records, the hottest label ever that has signed a bunch of rappers and hip-hop artists. They have orders out the wazoo because rap is so new and so awesome. But they don't have the money to get the records pressed and can't get a loan. So our young hero does the sensible thing and makes a deal with a loan shark to get the money. Then things start falling apart. His brother and his rap group, RunDMC, get mad at our hero when he acts like their manager, even though he is their manager. So they quit on him, and they and several others sign with a rival label. Meanwhile, the hero's brother is trying to hook up with Sheila E and getting friend-zoned. And these three, the Disco Three, otherwise known as the Fat Boys, are trying to catch a break and get a recording contract. If they win a big rap-off, that's the first prize, so they're trying to win the contest. Also, meanwhile, the loan shark is threatening our hero. And also, meanwhile, our hero is making out with Sheila E. Without his brother and the other rap artists, can our hero get the money to pay off the loan shark and keep him from breaking our hero's legs and taking over Krush Groove? Full disclosure, I don't know anything much about rippity rap, hippity hop, or any of that. It's never been my cup of Ovaltine. Me, I much prefer Dino, or Bing, or Margaret Whiting. But I do recognize at least some of the names. RunDMC, of course, they star. Sheila E is one of the bigger names in this, who had a monster pop hit with The Glamorous Life. Here she has some good numbers, including a high-energy one called Holly Rock, and you can see why she was a star. We see the new edition. Cool it now, ooh, watch out. You're gonna lose control. They're here in what amounts to an extended cameo, and the Beastie Boys briefly make an appearance as well. There's a few other names I know, but again, this stuff isn't my type of music, and I never followed it. So, far as I can tell, the performers all seem to do their stuff competently, as you'd expect. Leaving the music aside, as a movie, Krush Groove is nothing new. Being a good hippity hopper or a good rippity rapper does not automatically make someone a good actor. Blair Underwood from LA Law overpowers pretty much the whole cast put together in what was his theatrical debut, because he is an actor, and a darn good one. And that only serves to highlight just how inexperienced the rest of the cast was at acting. On top of that, a lot of the street slang had to be watered down or reworked in order for the general audience to understand it. Combined with the lack of acting prowess the rappers have, the end result is that the dialogue comes off as very forced and very fake. Why you frontin' on me, Holmes? Don't be dissing me. Why you frontin'? It sounds like that, only not as good as I just did it. And even a seasoned performer like Sheila E is not immune to this kind of line delivery, because again, they aren't actors. Underwood shines like the sun, though. He has some good moments, and I really bought him in the role of the frustrated brother and manager under pressure to save the day for Krush Groove Records. There's also a sort of music video segment where the Fat Boys, otherwise known as the Disco 3, go to a Sbarro's and stuff themselves, then run out without paying. I don't know how they managed that, but they did. Kinda cool to see the old school chain restaurant though. I'm giving Krush Groove a half-hearted 2 paws. It's cheap and stiff with a mostly inexperienced cast, and it feels like it. Blair Underwood and Sheila E are the 2 standouts for sure, and they're worth your time. However, the movie fails to make a compelling case for how awesome this music is supposed to be, despite having big-name rappers in it. And even the history of this real-life record label, which Krush Groove ostensibly is based on, the movie isn't very reliable since it doesn't focus much on that. There are way too many competing elements taking up time to tell that story effectively. The biggest reason to watch Krush Groove is if you know and love this kind of music and want to see the stars performing back when they were still new to the scene. People into that will dig the movie. The rest of us, not so much. You can see my review of another hippity-hoppity movie, Cool as Ice, here. And down there, you can see more reviews of movies from the 1980s. You take care, and I'll see you in the next one.